And speaking of new media, how has these digital, since you guys are you guys weren't around for it's kind of a new music industry, I'd say, in these day and ages, like the old school days of just going out and having to be on a huge label and get this big money behind you and push that. It's gone. You can literally just form a band, put it up on the internet, and overnight the whole world is listening. There's no more gatekeepers anymore. You are your own gatekeeper with tools like YouTube and stuff. How's that stuff been important in expanding, in introducing your band to the market and getting to the point where you're at the top of the top, being 4 Grammy nominations?
Well, I mean, definitely things like tools like YouTube, like Facebook and Twitter. Before we were signed to our new label called Rebellion, we did it all ourselves. We saved up our money, we printed our own CDs, we hand painted our own CDs, and we had painting parties. And I mean, just recording your videos, posting them up on YouTube, making friends on Facebook. I think those are great tools to use to promote your band, to promote your thoughts, your ideas, your music. And I mean, it's great, and we still always, I mean, that's what we do still. I mean, even though we're signed to a label, everything is still hands-on. It's not like I guess like back in the day when they'd be like, oh, well, we're gonna make you famous and sign you. Things aren't like that anymore,
No, you really have to do it all yourself. Even when you get signed nowadays, it's like, you're not even, they're like, oh, okay, cool. Like, I've known so many artists that are signed, and they say they did more on their own than the record labels do. And labels now are traditionally good at taking it from like 60 to 100, but you still have to get it from 0 to 60 and get that groundswell.
Right.
And one thing leads to another, and then like you said, the fact that we have all these outlets to kind of work off of, you can make technically your own record through like maybe GarageBand or whatever kind of music outlet you have to record on, and post videos. You can do it through your phone, through anything nowadays. And one thing with us is just kind of one thing led to the other, and it kind of just spiraled into what it is today. So I think the more stuff you put out there, the more stuff that you can kind of get back.
That's awesome. Well, you got into the industry young and stuff, and I'm assuming new media played a big part in that. Why don't you talk about how you kind of broke into the industry as well, and what you guys look for?
Okay, I mean, I broke into the industry, I guess, through a number of internships. When I was 16, started working at an entertainment law office, and what I realized is, you can have one focus. If you love radio, you're going to work in a radio department at a record label. You work at a radio station. You work at a radio promoter. You love radio. You're a DJ too. So. I kind of liked all aspects. So I was at an entertainment law office first. I was at a booking agency, a venue promoter, then a management company, and then started in 2007 at an indie record label called Glassnote, which was just starting at the time, and now has such artists as Phoenix and Mumford and Sons and Temperature and Two-Door Cinema Club, incredible roster. And I realized management was
kind of always around these hot new talents and acts. So I need to hang around you.
What I realized was, I loved every aspect, and management is kind of the one thing that brings it full circle. And I love marketing and new media, and you get really involved with that too. So came out to LA and started working in the management marketing area with Ingrid. And you mentioned that right now labels bring it from 60 to 100, but you bring it 0 to 60. With Ingrid, we actually are the record label as well. We distribute all of her music through our own record label, Cabin 24 Records, and then we do these strategic partnerships for additional marketing help, and then radio team and physical distribution, because as an independent artist, it's very hard to get physical distribution. But all of her music still runs through our own independent record label.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What did you guys really do for her release digitally and stuff like this? You said you hit #1 on iTunes, which is a huge accomplishment and not easy to do, especially in this field. What were some of the key things that you guys did in the new media world that helped you kind of, with her release recently?
Yeah, so because she's independent and it's very easy clearance process, we always like to get involved with new media companies, and we feel like we can create a story. If you're a brand new company, you want to work with an artist who can break your company just as much as we want to use your technology. So for this, just a couple weeks ago, I don't know if anyone's heard of ThingLink. ThingLink is a new company. They basically have interactive images. So you look at it on a website and it just looks like a regular image, but then you scroll over it and there's all these tags. And so what we did is, leading up to the album release, we called it the Ingrid Michaelson Human Again, which is the name of our album, Human Again Songbook. And so we had lyric pages every single day, and every single day the background image switched out, and we